Hello, this is Angelo.
Hello, this is Alexandra.
And we are here with another Time to Thrive Challenge masterclass. And today's message is the three fundamentals. The three fundamentals.
We like to have fun.
We love the title as we were downloading it from Infinite Intelligence. And for once, I have chosen one of my quotes. And the quote reads that if you wait for success to feel happy, you have already failed. And I am sure that by now you have realized that this is for us one of the core attitudes of life, to begin with happiness. But we will talk about that later on.
Yes, so
we want to remind ourselves why we are
here, exactly, why we are here today. So there are three reasons why we are doing this masterclass. First of all, because the money game has changed dramatically during the last 3 years with all the global developments that took place. And most of us have not yet realized the consequences and how the new game is played.
The ripple effect,
and that we need new models of business and of doing work to claim the life we want. So this is the first reason. Second reason, which is my favorite, we are here to thrive and not just to survive. That's why the challenge by Tony and Dean is called Time to Thrive, not Time to Survive, right?
Yeah. And so many times, when there's like a storm in our life, we think that what we are meant to do is to get through the storm. No, because if we have a vision, and this is one of the best keepers from Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning.
Yes.
The people who survived were the ones who had an amazing vision in their minds for the future. This is what kept them going. And this is a very powerful message to remember. Remember, the thriving attitude will not only help you survive, but it will help you reach levels of success and happiness that are virtually undreamed of from a lower state of being.
Yes,
and
yes.
The third reason, which is my favorite.
Your favorite? Okay, then you go ahead and say it.
Well, 10 years from now, no matter what your financial success is, no matter how much money you have amassed, how many businesses you have, and so on, you will look back. And if you have not made the right choices, you will feel a deep regret that you have not given more time to the things that truly matter to you. This is one of the most powerful messages, because we get it wrong so many times, and we invest, we give away our time freely just to make money, and then we don't have time to enjoy that money.
Really? True story. So, okay, what is our destination for today? So today we will review the three fundamentals for success. We will explain it in just a bit. And also, of course, we want to prime ourselves because Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi have promised, yes, a bonus day today.
Bonus day.
So we
Time
will
to Thrive Challenge bonus day in just in less than an hour.
Less than an hour.
Amazing.
So we'll get ready for that emotionally.
The link is already on the chat. You can click the link after our master to jump ahead and be ready. Tony and Dean once again will provide immense value, and it's not like many people think it's like a recap or something. No, it's a completely different attitude, because when you give yourself permission to convey a message in a short period of time, we call it laconic here in Greece, and it's a completely different attitude, because you become more effective. When you have compressed time to convey a message, you become more effective. And this has a humongous impact on your mindset, because you get, like 5 days condensed of Time to Thrive Challenge in just minutes time, let's say.
Valerie says, woohoo, bonus day. I agree, Valerie.
So,
very excited. So, moving on, next.
What is our destination for tomorrow? We always remind ourselves that we are here. It's just the beginning of a journey. We are on Time to Thrive Challenge Airlines, and we are traveling to our ideal destination, which is the impact, income, and lifestyle that we truly love. And of course, with this image, we anchor ourselves. The number one, the most important action we can take every single day, which is the happy landing exercise,
Yes.
or if you prefer the happy landing meditation, where you see and feel yourself at your destination. You don't think of your destination, you see yourself there, having the impact, income, and the lifestyle that you truly love, because what you want to do right now, and if you want to become more effective in your life and take advantage more of the energy that you can put in during the day, you have to realize that you want to attune yourself to that frequency, to that level of success. Get conditioned. Make it welcome in your life.
Yes, welcome change. Welcome the new version of you.
So
what do we have here? I like this picture.
So now we're ready for the three fundamentals. So fundamental number one is focus. And before I tell you a couple of things about focusing and how much attention you need to pay on your attention, I want to show you an image.
That's why I was laughing. Hi, Tony.
Those of you who watched day number 5 most probably remember the story that Tony was saying. He wanted to take driving lessons, for a race driving lessons. And of course, he made the same mistake that everyone would make in the beginning. That is, when you lose the car and when you need to truly pay attention and focus on the road, what Tony would do is shift his head towards the wall. And the instructor would actually take his hand and try to push Tony's head back. And this is why I got this screenshot. This is amazing. And for me, this is an amazing anchor for focus. I don't know, there will be in like a prominent position in my desk from now on.
Yes.
And so what you want to remember is that when you have a challenge in your life, that challenge tends to get loud, tends to create a lot of drama in your mind and steals your attention. So what you want to remember at that point, and this is the challenge for you, is that once you have something that is even more powerful, it is easier for you to shift your attention back. So 5 points about focus, 5 points to help you with focus and make you put your attention, invest your attention on something that matters. Number 1, you are not ADD, you are BDD. This is another download of the day. So you don't have attention deficit disorder. You have burning desire deficiency.
Good one. I
So,
like it.
as Dean said, you don't need a course on time management and a course on procrastination and so on. All you need is what? A burning desire. Something that has so much energy within, so much fuel that makes you jump off bed, makes you put all your attention there, and prohibits all the shiny objects that are trying to steal your attention from entering your consciousness.
Right.
For example, me and Alexandra, we have so many. Do you know that I have my cell phone off most of the day, but even when it is on, all my notifications are off.
Yes, mine as well.
So it is vital to protect your attention, but also the way to protect it, like the best way, is to have something to look forward, something that, magnetizes your attention. And then it is much harder for you to take your attention off.
Exactly.
Can you think of an example? I have an amazing example about that.
About attention?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's just say that you just fell in love and you're about to have like your first date. Okay? So you're on the date. Where is your attention?
On your date, 100%.
Okay.
Right?
That's about it. What I was telling you before. So remember that you need to fall in love with your destination, and then everything else takes care of itself, basically.
Exactly.
So secondly, I think we mentioned it yesterday, but it's very, very important. You don't manage time time goes by relentlessly, 1 second per second for all of us. What we do manage is our attention again. So what matters is to put your attention where it serves you. The first thing you want to put your attention on is something that elevates your emotions so that you can feel better right now, because this is the measure of your quality of life, whether you realize it or not. You want to feel good right now. And once you've taken care of that, then you need to put your attention on thoughts and actions that take you closer to your destination. As simple as that. Everything else should be removed completely out of your life. Period. Angelo, this is not easy. No, it's not easy because there is momentum. And we've said many times already that you have given full permission to yourself to have a bit of a messy start, a messy beginning. But you will get so much better so fast because your attention is where it should be.
Right, exactly. It's all
Then,
a matter of practice.
always remember that where focus goes, energy flows. Same thing, where focus goes, energy. So the energy, the life force energy that flows through you will go anywhere. And another good example with this is like kids, little toddlers. They have a lot of energy, but it's scattered. And we adults, we have more focus than toddlers and maybe less energy than toddlers. But we can manage to, do a lot of things during the day because we have much better attention. But still, you don't want to have like average attention, average focus. You want to have game-changing attention.
Exactly.
Game-changing focus.
Needle mover
Peak
focus.
performing
Right.
focus. Effective focus. Do you want, let's say your goal with your new digital product is $1 million per year, right? Do you want to invest 10 hours a day for that or one? This is how important it is to value effectiveness. Effectiveness is the name of the game. Effectiveness will liberate you. You will feel you have much more time. It's crazy.
There is time.
Because we have conditions. Me and Alexandra have said that many times in the past. We have conditioned ourselves to actually believe that it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. No, it takes a lot of energy.
Yes.
So,
and we have a nice comment. Squirrel brain. Any shiny purple thing gets my attention. I love how you say that.
Yeah. So this
Yes.
is it is a challenge, but you can get so much better. And when something matters to you, you will realize that you have immediately become a master of attention. How is that? It is because you have fallen in love with your destination, and you are not letting anything else, touch your attention. Next, focus on the goal, not the pole. So again, Tony said that so many accidents. I mean, there is one pole every quarter of a mile, and still so many accidents. There are cars always, crashing into the pole. Why is that? Because this is where we put our attention. And last but not least,
this is my favorite.
If you combine, this is the pole basically. This is what most people's lives is about. The last point. So if you focus on your starting point, you will make it your destination. So what most people do is, I don't like what I have. I don't like who I am. I don't like where I'm living. I don't like my car. I don't like this. I don't like the other. And their future is more of that because this is where they focus and this is where their creative energy is flowing.
Yes, you replicate it.
But if you take your attention from that and put it in your amazing destination and stop having BDD, as we said before, this is where everything changes for you. So, but this, of course, is theory, right? So let's actually see what it means to have amazing attention. And let's actually test your attention right now.
So you forgot to print something here?
Before we begin,
What?
Okay. How many times your mind felt like this? Like completely blank, absolute peace. that you feel you have absolutely nothing, taking your attention right now, and you're in a complete bliss. When was the last time you felt that? And let's just say that right now, all you have in your mind is your dot. So Dean said, find your dot, which is basically your niche or niche. And then, of course, for you to make things happen, you need to focus on that. You don't need to focus on the old job or old way of doing things and so on. You need to make things happen right now. And you need to get closer to your destination by creating a course around your dot and so on. So we will make a test right now. Let's just say that this dot is your dot. This dot is your financial destination. This dot is the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love. And we will play a game. We don't want you to focus for 24 hours, God forbid.
Right.
It's, why focus so much on what we love? Let's just play for 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And let's just see what happens.
Okay.
So we will not be talking for the next 30 seconds. You just want to focus on your dot. And just pay attention to what is happening in your mind as you focus on your dot. Put all your attention on your dot, on what matters to you right now. Let's do this.
I will set the timer for 30 seconds.
Yes.
Okay?
Go.
And stop. That was 31 actually. Okay, so what happened there?
So, how many of you were not focusing on your dot, were focusing on what me and Alexandra were doing?
Okay, to be honest, I was trying very hard not to laugh.
So,
what an amazing exercise.
We've practiced this before, of course, with Alexandra. And the point is that maybe you were focused on your dot, but maybe you were thinking, like, oh my God, is this 30 seconds really? This is taking forever. Okay, so I better walk out of this master, go do something more exciting or something. You know what?
Or
you just tested yourself how much you can put your attention because this dot, of course, means nothing to you. But this is the game-changing attitude.
Exactly.
To practice your attention on something. Just maybe I remember an exercise I was doing when I was in high school. Actually, I was told by one of my parents' friends that if you want to relax and focus more on your books, you will focus on for 15 minutes on a candle, on a lit candle.
Ah, right, yes.
So just look at the flame, and that relaxes you and controls your attention and so on. Now you had to do it just for 30 seconds. And many of you have felt that it is truly laborious. You know what? Because you focus on like Instagram posts for like a fraction of a second, and it is already too much for you, let alone 30 seconds focusing merely on a dot. But you didn't do it because it mattered as a dot. You did it because it mattered as practicing your attention, as strengthening your attention muscle.
So
like, of course, like the masters will do. Okay? Can you imagine Tony and Dean scattering their attention away all day long? That would be impossible to them and still provide that level of value. So always remember, where focus goes, energy flows. Put your focus where you want it to be, and you will get so much faster and so much closer to your destination that you will feel, what have I been doing all these years?
All these years, exactly.
So for me and for Alexandra as well, we have a cross that basically serves us so that we can have absolute focus during the day. And we use this cross And of course, we want to give credit when it's due. And I learned that exercise or that tool from Darren Hardy, who actually learned it from one of his favorite mentors as well. And I want to tell you a story before I describe this cross. So, this person, I don't remember his name, unfortunately. He was in the last hours of his life. And Darren basically went there to say goodbye. And this person, even though he was very weak at that point, he put, like all his mighty power, and he grasped Darren's hand, and he said, "Don't miss the point." Like very, very intense moment for Darren. And what I want to tell you is that the point is that you are truly building the life that you want and not somebody else's life. And it is very important to invest, to learn to invest your time, to learn to invest your energy every single day on things that matter to you. And you are absolutely okay with the trajectory your life has. So if something does not work, take a time out, take a pause and say, I will fix this. I will change this. It's not like sometimes the ego, jumps in and say, oh no, I'm doing great. Oh no, I am amazing. Oh no, I will find a better way later. No, you won't, because the momentum will be higher and stronger next year. From the old habits, right?
Take time
the
to
ones
lovingly
that do not
evaluate
serve.
where you are and
So,
what you want to change.
Of course, now I have to explain that cross.
Yes.
And what Darren said is that you have 1, 2, 3 at most priorities, and then at the end you put a big X, reminding yourself that everything else does not deserve to be a part of my life. Period. This is how emphatic you need to be at the design stage. Then, of course, in practice, maybe in the beginning you will be failing, but you will remind yourself this pattern. So now, let us give you a brief overview of how our life is falling into this place and how easy it is for us to focus on what matters. So, on the first quadrant, we have an H, which stands for 2 words. 2 vital words: health and happiness.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this. What would my performance be right now if I just had like a 5 out of 10 level headache? What about an 8 out of 10 headache? I'm not talking about, an incurable disease. Just a mere headache can lower my state of being right now, so I will not be as happy as I would without the headache, of course. And also, I would not do a great service to you. I cannot perform at my best. This is how important your health is. And then, of course, your happiness, as we will talk about that later, is so valuable that should not be conditioned. So, for us, these are the basically 2 top priorities. Once we have this covered, we can jump to the second quadrant. So we begin during the day. Is there something that I have to do about my health? Is there something that I have to do right now to fix my happiness?
Right.
I do that first. Second, we have F. This stands again for 2 words: family and friends. Okay? So we really, you cannot imagine how much we love you, even though most probably we've never met, and how much we want you to succeed, and how much we want to do like 24 hours of master classes and be here all day for you, and give you more insights and more support and more, as much as attention as possible. But if one of our family members or our friends asks us something, needs our help, we will jump off that master class. We will say, sorry, we have to, leave earlier, and we will go and help them, because this is our second priority.
Exactly.
And then in the third and last quadrant, because the other one should never be touched, let's say, we have the number 1. So business-wise, let's say, or operations-wise, we only have one priority, and everything else can wait. And this is very liberating. It's not easy in the beginning to decide, like this is my number one priority.
Yes,
But for instance, if you think about it right now, who is our number one priority, or what is our number one priority? It's you. We are here. Nothing else matters to us right now. So everything else has been virtually delegated. Our health, our happiness has been on pause until the end of this masterclass. And then we can go and look back. How about my health? How about my happiness? How about my family and friends? And so on. And this is how easy it can be to focus on what matters if you have like a blueprint, a plan in your mind of what matters to you.
I love this very much because it's so easy to remember. Just the cross and three things.
Just the
fourth quadrant is
also,
just X.
Those of you who follow me for a long time, you know how much I love flying. And also this cross reminds me of, like the cross that the fighter pilot has in front of me, or not even not a fighter pilot, any pilot, any screen will have this cross, and this cross is basically your attitude. And when you align this cross, with where you want to go, you're on the right track, let's say. The second thing, the second fundamental is energy. And this is such a game-changing attitude to have. When you realize that all you need is energy. To go from point A to point B, you need a certain amount of energy. And energy, I hope you don't mind that I will get a bit technical right now and into physics, but it's so simple. Energy is simply power times time. So many people say, you know what? To succeed, you need a lot of time. No, to succeed, you need a lot of energy. If you want to succeed faster, if you want to compress your results, you do what? You raise your power, you raise your intensity. So, for instance, the UPW, the Unleash the Power Within seminar of Tony Robbins is not 3 years, it's 3 days. And what Tony does to change you during these 3 days, he puts a lot more power during that time.
To transform you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Remember, why are we doing the priming sessions every single day during Time to Thrive Challenge? So that your energy level is higher and you can rev up and move much faster and much closer to your destination. Much closer and much faster to the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love. So you don't need time, you need power, more firepower, more attention. And notice how much faster you get where you want to go.
Also, this is like a muscle. The more you train it, the better you become at it, right? It's easier.
Exactly. And always keep reminding yourself that the more power, the less time. The more power, the less time. Because the energy that you need to get from one place to the other is fixed. This is amazing to know that all you have to do is raise the power, the intensity that you put in during your day.
Exactly.
And now I have a very fancy sports car here for you because I want to show you. We thought with Alexandra, you know what? I should have said that in the beginning. We thought that during these 5 days, you got such an amazing value. We got such an amazing value, and it's basically if you put in the World Summits as well, it's like the 4th time we are getting this level of value in that direction. Let's say it's the 4th time that we have been given this content, but also we can understand that sometimes it gets intimidating. Because if you get so much value so fast, you don't have enough time to process. So you want to remember that the way to, let's say, improve this, the way to feel much better within, let's say, in your mind right now, a sense of clarity, is to have simple rules. One rule is like the 3 fundamentals. Immediately you get clarity. Another rule is to remember the 3 forces of life. So, always remember, I mean, our lives are so complex. No one can make sense of it. I remember that a quote from, I think it's from Delphi, from the Oracle, that says, the hardest thing to do in life is to know thyself. And basically now, with all this technology, and still we cannot make sense of what is going on within and what affects our psychology, our health, our emotions, and so on. We're still trying to make sense of all these things. So we need more clarity. And all that happens in your life is basically 3 forces. Just 3. Just 3. Number 1 is the steering wheel. And the first force is where you put your attention. Secondly, are the forces that propel you forward. And thirdly, the forces that drag you down or back.
Yes.
So, for example, one force that propels you forward is happiness. And one force, or love, self-love, or love for another, a force that will drag you down is anger, depression,
fear,
jealousy,
anxiety.
Fear. Okay?
Yes.
So, all that happens in your life is grouped into these 3 forces. And once you remember that, you have more clarity. And now you realize, why did I show you this? Because now you realize, and many people have asked us that in the past, especially when we have a live seminar, it's one of the most common questions. I have read so many books. I have been to so many webinars. I've been like 4 times to UPW and I cannot change. Okay, let us see. Maybe you have scattered focus, scattered attention, or maybe you have so much fear, so much anxiety, so much, like dragging forces in your life, that the forces that pull you forward that
are not powerful enough.
Are not powerful enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to break the resistance to move
So
forward.
you need to let go of the brake. Okay, I remembered. Okay, sorry about that. I have to tell that story because it's so funny. So many years ago, one of my favorite grandmothers, it was the younger sister of my grandmother. She got a new car. She had a car that was, like from the 60s, and then she got a new car. And my mother and her sister were very worried because our grandmother would drive alone to go to the village.
She wasn't a very good driver, right?
She wasn't a very good driver. So look what happened. As she was driving to the village, my mother and her sister were like going crazy. They were waiting for a phone call. Yes. Is she okay? Is everything gonna be okay? So she arrives and she calls and she says, I have arrived. Everything is okay. Oh, this is so great. We're so happy to hear you. You have survived. And she says, what about the car? She says, the car is amazing. Imagine, I had the handbrake on. I forgot to let the handbrake. And still, I was going like really fast, like 100 kilometers an hour or 60 miles an hour.
Poor car.
The car, of course, went for a service after that. But the point is that how many of us are doing this in our life?
Yes, it's a very
how
good
many
metaphor,
of us
actually, yes.
are going, like forward with the handbrake, and then you feel like, oh, I'm so burnt out. I feel so exhausted, and basically I haven't done anything.
While at the same time pushing the gas pedal.
Yes, and you're pushing the gas
simultaneously.
So you're going to more seminars, you read more books, you're doing more affirmations and everything, and still nothing works because you have not fixed that. So how do you fix that? We've given the answer from the very beginning of the Army of You challenge we did to prepare you for Time to Thrive challenge. You don't fight your old self. You make peace with your new self or your super self. You put your attention completely there, and you will realize that all the regrets you've had from the past and everything else that you find limiting immediately is resolved.
Exactly.
Okay, so for example, we had a conversation a few hours ago with a friend who was very stressed, I must add, okay? And now he's on vacation. And was his voice different?
New person.
Okay, what changed?
Relaxed,
2
happy.
days, 2 days later, he didn't go to a seminar. He was not watching Time to Thrive Challenge. What changed? His attention.
Yes.
He took his attention from what stresses him at work and put his attention, at an amazing Greek beach, and that's it. So, if you want to feel better, come to Greece.
That's the message of the day. Next.
So, how do you get more energy? There is a source of unlimited free energy. And what's that? Self-love and happiness. And 3 points, 3 very vital points. Self-love and happiness are too valuable to be conditioned, too valuable to be discussed, to be negotiated during your day. So remember, and if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. Kobe Bryant's episode, it was 20-something, I believe, on unconditional love. And it is very important to remember that unconditional love can happen once you realize that it is something that happens from within. It's an inside-out game. Secondly, make self-love and happiness your vehicle, not your destination. So what most people do, they say, I will achieve this, and then what? I will be happy.
Yes.
And this is why we use this quote from the beginning, that you should never, ever say that to yourself, because then what you're doing basically is what basically your mind hears is that I will not be happy until then, until I achieve that. And how many people you know with this kind of life?
Yes. Why live like that?
Why live like that?
Why?
And
Life is too precious.
Last but not least, when you fuel yourself with self-love and happiness, then you are truly unstoppable. You know why? Because the mental equivalent of the emotional state of happiness is flow. So when your heart is in a state of happiness, your mind is in a state of flow. And how about that? Basically, self-love and happiness are as if you're jumping into a rocket towards the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Exactly.
So, number 3, consistent growth. Fall in love not only with your destination, but with the process. It is very important to remember that. Remember the example of Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he was doing the exercises, he was smiling because he knew he was getting closer.
Exactly.
Secondly, always go the extra mile, or as Ed Milet says is in his new book.
Yes, the power of one more.
Take advantage of the power of one more. And last but not least, don't learn from the best. Attune yourself with the best. This is also very important to remember. When you watch Tony and Dean in a few minutes' time, you will not be saying, what can I learn from Tony today? Because knowledge is invaluable if it is not part of our operating system. Get attuned to the attitude of Tony. Act like Tony more, a bit more, in the parts of your life that truly matter to you, right? Because
yes,
we're not going to be identical, okay? We all have our own desires, our own values, but always remember, you're not learning, you're attuning yourself to something better, something that serves you more.
Exactly.
So, as we prepare ourselves for the bonus day, which will happen in a few minutes' time, remember that now is the time to ask us questions.
Yes.
Now is the time.
If you have any questions
there
regarding
is a very
Project
short
Next, Thrive
window
Edition,
of opportunity.
ask us. Yes.
Yeah, very short window of opportunity. And remember that we are here for you. We believe we are the perfect bridge between you and Project Next. We are bridge builders as well, and we have carefully handpicked these bonuses because we know that will help you a lot. We know that we had an amazing team last year, almost more than 200 students in our master classes. So we know that these bonuses will be an amazing value to you on top of Project Next if you decide to sign up. So very quickly, the 12-week master classes on mindset and marketing. Yes. We will be going through the modules with you, and we will be having Q&A sessions, but also giving you advanced insights. Secondly, you have 12 weeks access to our chat coaching, unlimited access. You can ask us as many questions as you wish, because you will have your own journey, and maybe the master classes will not answer all your questions. Number 3, the amazing spiritual agreement workshop. This will be a game changer for you. Yes. And the brand new bonus we are announcing today, the Meatloaf Cell workshop. This is our proprietary, amazing strategy that we are using for all our clients in our digital agency. And we've had amazing success for over 7 years now. Yes. So, because this is truly valuable to you, and I know this from experience, I believe now is the time to take the leap. And if you're not ready, make yourself ready by asking all the questions that will help you make an informed decision.
And remember, you will never be completely ready. So just take the leap to meet the next version of yourself.
So now is the time for the 3 to thrive. Now is the time to prepare ourselves for the bonus day that begins in less than 20 minutes. So, what are the 3 to thrive?
The 3 to thrive. So, be mentally and emotionally ready. I would say check, right?
Check, yes.
We did all the preparation for today's masterclass. Secondly, be there physically, be there on time. And thirdly, be there, actually be there. No distractions, right?
Just one day left, just this bonus day, focus. And then you can go about your regular, let's say, life, but of course the upgraded version of it. Exactly. So now what's left is the thing that we love the most, of course, which is the affirmation countdown. And as you prepare yourself for this affirmation countdown, what are you doing? Again, you remind yourself that I'm not here to watch Angelo and Alexandra. I'm not here to watch Tony and Dean. I am on the journey towards my ideal self, my super self, the impact, income, and lifestyle that I truly love. So right now, I take this self-image, place it on my palm carefully because it is too valuable, and then put it on your heart. And as you hear us speak the affirmations, the affirmation countdown that you may have learned by now by heart, get ready yourself. Allow yourself to fuel your mind and heart enough to reach your financial destination. So let's do this.
Let's do this.
9, the impact, income, and lifestyle that I love are mine. 8, I am the master of my fate. 7, I am ready to build my new heaven. 6, I am stronger than my mind's tricks. 5, I am fully ready to thrive. 4, I will now open a new door. 3, I commit to be financially free. 2, I not only have money, but time too. 1, me and my super self are one. Yay!
So,
thank you so much for your attention, your participation. You've done an amazing job. You are absolutely primed. You are okay. Now you can move on for Time to Thrive Challenge bonus day with Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and you will for sure receive some amazing insights regardless of your decision. Make sure to play 100%. And if you're a VIP, we will see you
in the
there.
VIP room.
If not, we will have another masterclass for you tomorrow, because we are here for you to give you even more value, even more insights on how to reach the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Click on
have
the
an
link
amazing bonus day.
Around the video, right?
It's on the chat, it's in the description. Click on the link and we'll see you later or tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.